Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we're doing a build with me. I'm going to build a cool building over in another district in my survival multiplayer world that I play with other people. And here we are. We're just waiting for resources to finish smelting. I picked out a color palette that is not like the usual color palettes that I pick out. It doesn't have many traditional woods in it, which, as you can see, I like a lot. So here we are in a very unfinished district. This is really cool, and I actually don't want to take up any of these plots, not gonna lie. So I'm gonna make a new one, but we're gonna make our own plot. I want it to be actually fairly square. Like, a lot of the builds that I build and a lot of like good builds are not square, but I want it to be like very simple in its shape. I think we're going to plop down over here, and with a hypothetical road that's going to run this way, I'm going to build it here. So I'm going to get out my cobblestone. If you don't plot out where you're going to build, what are you doing? Like, seriously, at least know what you want to do and where you want to do it, rather than just placing some blocks and hoping for the best. So say this is going to be the middle of the road. Yeah, about here. No, about here. This is where I want the entrance of the build to be. So I'm going to go one block back, because then it allows me one block for detailing. And I'm going to mark out a spot where I'm going to have this build. So this is the general area that my build is going to take up. It is very rectangular, but I do intend to change that as the build goes further up. I'm imagining like 1, 2, maybe 3 stories, and the fourth one is like a cool, like rounded corner penthouse sort of thing, or like even like a club up there. I don't know. I'm just thinking like that sort of thing. So it's like very much the same for the first 3 stories, and then the fourth story is very different and cool and modern, which I think is a cool take on this area, because it is very much inspired by Aquatown, where it is pretty old and retro, but there are bits that are modern and new. So I think that's very cool. Obviously things in Minecraft don't have structural support, but I like to make it so that my builds have some sort of, if we look over here with what Ash has done, she's done some support that goes all the way up the side of the building that is one step out from the actual wall, which makes it look really cool, and then some suspension or like something to bring it together in between the levels, which is very cool. And it makes it look like the building is supported and it does have foundations. So that's what I'm going to try and do with this building. So I'm going to plot out the front entrance, see how I like it, and we'll come back once that's done. Pro tip, don't forget the stuff that you need to build. Like, make sure you have a crafting table down, and make sure you have a stone cutter, and make sure you have a bed before you start, because I've had to go back to the main place like 3 times now. It's not going well. So I've got this. This might not look like much. Like, usually I might start with like the actual walls before I start with the supports, but I had a really cool idea for the supports, and I think that it's worked out well. So with these supports, I wanted to make them like curve inwards towards the building, like they're hugging the building. There will be more supports going this way, just here with these 2 blocks. And I'm going to have to do something maybe with walls and nether brick walls and fences up here to make it look like it's held together. But I really wanted it to make it look like it was hugging the building. And I think I've achieved that. So I've only gone up so far, so this will only be like 2 levels. But I only want to do that now, because if it doesn't look good, I don't want to have to take down more than 2 levels. So now I'm just going to work on just the walls for the facade. I do want to make it, for the entrance, go in 1 block. So the entrance is like within the build, and like it draws your eye into the center because it's going away from you, so you feel like you want to go in there, which is, I think it will go interestingly if it works well, so we'll see. When you realize you've been building your build like 3 blocks down from where this one ends, you know, it's fine. We can make the road lower. It's great. So, this is what I've done so far. I'm not sure how it's going. I like that the windows are a separate thing and they look like they come out. I think I might want to put stairs here, because then it makes it look like it comes out, but then again, I don't want to put stairs here because it's the bottom of the build and it needs to look supported. I like that this pop of color is right in the middle, and the nether brick is sort of framing it. I really don't like this. Like, I really despise it. That looks better. That looks a lot better, I think. I wanted to make it so that you could see the purple lining here, but it wasn't like a massive feature. It's just like a detail, but I'm not sure how to do that without making it look kind of strange with slabbing. So we'll see how it goes. I am not a fan. Not a fan at all. This is terrible. Okay, that's not terrible. That's not terrible. I think I'm gonna drop it so that there can be some planter boxes on the next level, because I think that'll give the build a bit of life. I'm going to use the crimson trapdoors for those, because I think they're like a mix between the purple and the nether brick, and I think it'll look really nice. I really like that. I might put like the azalea leaves on there when 1.17 comes out, on the top of the dirt. Yeah, I think I might put the azalea leaves up there, but also maybe not. I might just put, I don't know, I'm debating it, maybe instead of the dirt, to put a bit of green in there, because the next block up will be a window, I think. The next 2 blocks up are going to be window. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but I really like it. I'm not sure about putting it up like that. We'll come back to that later. I want to use more cyan on the upper levels and just sort of replicate whatever I come up with for this. And yes, it has no back, but we'll get to that one day, I promise. So I'm going to put this on this level, I think, because it ties in with the bottom level, but I'm not sure about putting the top band in. I think that it works with the bottom level because it's a block taller, but we really need to maximize height for this so that it doesn't look like it's squashed. So I'm going to remove that and just continue with the cyan concrete and then with the trimming, I think. I think I made the levels too short. That is not sufficient. Give me a minute. I'm gonna fix it. I think I'm gonna put the nether brick here because you'll only see like a little bit of it. Yeah, you only see like half a block of it. And it's a lot taller now, so it's far more feasible. And yes, I'm blocking out the blocks that you won't see with cobblestone because we are poor. No, I'm kidding. We just don't have enough purple and nether brick to keep going with all of the blocks that I really want to make with these blocks. So yeah, I think that looks a lot better. It just looks that much taller, and the building is going to be that much taller. And I think that, like, on these buildings on the edge, which I haven't finished, but on these buildings, it'll be, like, maybe 2-3 stories. And then as we get closer to whatever the city center is going to be, probably, like, here-ish, honestly, it will be a lot taller. That is the special 4th story. Okay. I definitely realized that. I'm not gonna work on that one anymore. I even did the texturing up there. How rude. No, it's okay. I will scrap that, and we'll see where it takes us. But right now I'm really happy. I like the bottom story. I like the 2 next ones. I need to fix that one. But once I've finished, like, these 2... Actually, I'm just going to start working on the sides now. So as you can see, I finished all of the sides of the building. I haven't put purple in for every bit that's supposed to be seen on the inside, because that's the layer at which the floor will be. So I don't have a lot of purple, and you're not going to see it anyways, because on these sides I've just blocked it up with some cobblestone and stone, because I am presuming that there will be another building here in the future, and the same around the back. But around the back I've done just the top layer, and I've also made it so that only the sides that are going to be seen on the bottom have the fancy windows, because they're a pain to make and they just don't need to be everywhere. Like, there's not going to be a window here because you're not going to be able to see out. So I didn't make it here. I just sort of replicated what's up here, down here. And what I've done is I've made it so that it's sort of like a gradient. And it's mostly concrete with a bit of wool here. And then it's a mix of everything, and then it's mostly wool and concrete powder with a few blobs of concrete up there. And that just makes you want to look up, because you want to look towards where the light is, and then you will look up towards what we're going to put on the top now. I haven't put in any windows or made any, like, major detailing yet, but I will do that in next week's video. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to block off the top, because we're going to work on the top layer. I have made sure to light it up inside. There's not a lot of places where things can spawn except for the bottom, so I've focused most of the torch spam down here. But I'm going to take some nether bricks up to the top. So now we're just on the top of the building, and I want to brainstorm some shapes for the last story of this. I want it to be like modern-ish, but modern-ish for like the 70s, because I think that's sort of where this is going. It's very bright, but I want to make it so that, like, this was a building and they put something new on top of it, which I see a lot in the area where I live. But I think I want to make it like curved, but also square. So I'm going to brainstorm some shapes. And yeah, I like this, but it's also very skinny, and I'm not sure what to do about that. Now that is much better. Now that looks nice. I really like that. I don't know if I want to put it here though, because like here it just wouldn't work. So here it probably won't work very well, but I like that a lot. Now that is a good view. I think I need to do something to like fix up this corner here. Gonna need to do something to make it a little less harsh, but I like that. I like that a lot. Not sure quite what I'm gonna do to cap this off, but I think I'll put like slapping around the edges, or like at least like on the glass bit, and then just do a flat roof. I think this is this top level is the favorite thing I've done with this build, but specifically like that trimming, oh, I love it so much. So I definitely want panes here. Oh, they work. Oh my gosh, they work. Oh, that's so good, because you can't just like you can't walk off there. Like, it looks like you can, but you actually can't. That's really cool. Don't forget to light up your builds, even if it is ugly for the first bit. I think this is where I'm gonna wrap it up for today. Next week we'll do detailing and interiors. And until next time, see ya! If you did enjoy it, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment if you enjoyed this video.